It's Lester Martin from Datavolo, and I want to do another quick tutorial. This one is going to be an expansion on the video I did recently, versioning with GitHub, versioning NiFi flows with GitHub. You also see, in addition to the YouTube video, there is a DevCenter code lab you can check out as well. I'll put all those links in this video so you can have them. What I want to do in this video, though, is talk about a few more things. As we address some of the basics of using GitHub with NiFi, and this one, let's do a few more things. Let's talk about using a non-exclusive repo. So previously we just did a repo, everything in it were buckets and everything. So what here we're going to do, we're going to show that you can create a different folder path to start at. That's part of it. Multiple buckets would work on a standalone, but this one we're going to combine a separate path where the repo starts at, and then the buckets will be there. And then we'll do some concurrent development on two different independent branches, pull, request them back together, merge them back together, and then see a deployment. So let's jump on in. Let's see, here's the repository I previously set up. It's using the same one as before, but I went ahead and created these subfolders, Advanced Lab, Bucket Home, and as you see there are actually three folders, Bucket 1, 2, Z, to simulate those, well, to be those buckets. So I'll go over to my QA environment, and let's just assume I built this flow, generates flow files with a random attribute and determines if things are even or odd and routes them appropriately. So a pretty simple flow here, but something we can put under version control. Might as well look at the controller setting, registry client. There's my old one, but this is the Advanced Lab QA. It's pretty much like the other lab that I did, other tutorial. Main difference here is I put this, Advanced Lab, Bucket Home. Those are the things that we saw that aligned with the folders inside of here, that we want to hide everything. That way other stuff could be in this project in addition to NiFi flows. All right, so let's put this thing under version control, start some version control. We'll use Advanced Lab QA, the main branch. We're gonna use Bucket Z, and our flow name could be that same name, Advanced GitHub, sounds good. None and none, just to have a quick message in there. We're going to commit those. There's under version control. We should see that. We should drill into Bucket Z, and there's our, there's our JSON. That is our lab. All right, let's do ourselves a favor. Let's now go back to the top here and create a branch. Let's do some work. All right, so create a branch. Let's call it version VER version A, branch A. That sounds like a good one. Version A from main. Okay, so that's been created. Let's go over to a dev environment. So this is my QA where I initially put it under. We'll just stay out of prod here. Same exact kind of setup. It's another environment, another runtime, so it needs the same, a similar setup pointing to it. Nothing different here. So let's go back. And I went and cheated, kind of like before. I created like two simulated dev environments. So I'm getting away with two runtimes instead of three. Let's just go into dev one, and let's bring in that. Let's bring in that effort. Let's look on branch version A. Let's look in bucket Z or bucket Z, and there's our single flow that we knew, and there's our comment none, etc. So let's bring that. Let's go ahead and bring that flow in under version control. Now this one, let's do something really lightweight. Let's assume that we forgot to put some custom text. Forgot this custom text value. Pretty simple little change. Looks all pretty good. Save it, etc. And in fact, what we probably can do here is just go back up one, verify that the change that we're trying to do is, added a property value there, and we'll go ahead and just commit that one on that same branch that we called version A, VA, VA change, whatever it was. All right, so that's happened. Simultaneously, maybe I should have, before I committed, that's local, it's still fine. Let's go back up to NiFi registry tutorial, and let's create another branch. We'll call this one version B, because version A hasn't yet done a pull request. So create version B. If that exists, we'll go back to our dev environment. I'll go to our simulated dev environment number 2, and we'll do something very, very similar. We'll go, hey, look for, a version B branch over here in bucket Z. That's the one we're looking for. Import it. And this one, let's do something a teeny bit more elaborate. Let's go ahead and assume not only do we want to know if things are even or odd, we kind of care about what if they were dividing by 3. Divides by 3. That'll be our kind of property, and we'll just swap out the modulus of 2 to be a modulus of 3. Does it divide evenly by the number 3? Apply that. We'll double click and make sure there's a relationship there for divisor by 3. Yep, this is what we expected. We'll keep it simple, just make a little quick funnel this time. And we will drag a connection for route on to, there we go. And we'll tackle the divides by 3, and that should bring it back online to be current. Okay, good stuff. Let's go ahead and commit this code. We can verify that the local changes were nothing more than that. Added a funnel, and close that. Excuse me. And that looks like a right answer. We're gonna let's go ahead and close that before it yells at me one more time. That's the Easter egg that you get today. So we'll do that. Yeah, put it under version control. Commit those local changes, and again, these are version B changes. Divide by 3, something like that. All right, so save and a save. Now these are all done. Our dev environments did their work, etc. Really what we want to do now is we want to bring that code over, but you notice it says flow version is current. Why? Because it's on the main branch. So let's do ourselves a favor, and let's go back over here and notice we have a version A and a version B. So let's go ahead and merge these in. Let's do a compare and pull on the VA change. It added one field, right? Custom property text, etc. That's a pretty easy one. We'll just go ahead and do the pull request on that. See if it can merge and commit that when it gets done doing that. Any second now. GitHub to the rescue. Maybe time to pull a few seconds out. There we go. Requires approval. All looks good. Merge the pull request. Convert into merge. And that happened. I'm going to go ahead and just delete that version A branch. I'm going to go back and look at the top. And now I should see that, yep, I only have version B outstanding. Well, I want version A and B, so let's go ahead and bring in version B. Let's make sure, able to merge. Awesome. What's the difference? Yep, some new details that we created, etc., etc., etc. That is awesome. So let's do a pull request for him as well. It's going to double check the same things. It all looks good. Merge that pull request. Confirm the merge. And go ahead and delete the branch. We're back to main now, and there's all those branches are gone. The changes are there. How are we going to verify they're there? Well, there we go. Hey, there's something different. A newer version's available. In fact, if we look at change version, we can kind of see, hopefully here, a whole bunch of things have happened, right? There's the VA change, and there's the B changes happen. There's the merge pull request, all that good stuff. So everything's happened well. We just want that tippity top one. So we'll change over to that one, and voila, it's going to go green bar with a check. Yep, 100% checkbox, and let's just look at it and make sure. Absolutely, let's make sure the text is there. Forgot this custom text as well. All good, all through. We did all our great stuff we talked about doing on the left here. Multiple buckets, non-exclusive GitHub repository, concurrent branches, pull requests, merge it all across the board. I loved it. It was awesome. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Thanks.